Okay, so the third video today is preparing for ducks. So I'm getting 10 ducks this week, and they're the white layer 300s from Metzer Farms. That's Metzer online. You can buy 10 of them and they're female, and they're like $90 shipped out. They'll come to the post office in the morning, and you'll pick it up from the post office generally. So they'll get here this week. Here's the setup. It's just a big cardboard box that we bought a mattress from. I have the feeder right there. You can find this on Amazon. It's probably like a chicken feeder or something like that. This is going to be where the water goes on, and it's hardware cloth, kind of small, and then I bent it around in a styrofoam box. I just cut the box. You can use like a paint tray or anything like that, but you'll put the water on there, so when they splash or make a mess, you can just take that out and dump it out, so that all that water is not going on this bedding. I also bought 1/2-inch hardware cloth from Amazon. I couldn't find it at Home Depot for a good price, but I'll construct the duck house with that later on. And then obviously a gate latch. So this is just filled with pine shavings, usually from a feed store. You can get a 3-4 cubic foot bale for $13. And then I also got this feed, which is chick starter feed. I think you just have to make sure it's above a certain protein percentage, and this is 20%, and it's non-medicated. It doesn't have any medicine in it, which some chick starter feeds do. That's the only thing that you don't want, is medicated feed. And then the last thing, instead of a heat bulb, I saw people using this, it's like a Reptile bulb, I guess. It's like infrared heat, and it seems like it's a lot less dangerous than the red heat bulbs. And that's what it looks like, just plugged into a standard, chicken starter attachment bulb thingy. So I'll be using that, and probably just a little light in here. Yeah, so they'll be here this week, and I'll have some videos on them. Okay, so these are the ducks' first arrival, and just the first 5 minutes they've already figured out. Well, that one's figured out how to drink water. They kind of go really fast. And we got the heat lamp right here. We're going to check and make sure that that if they're all huddled underneath the heat lamp and they look cold, we'll lower it. And if it looks like they're never going under there, we'll raise the heat lamp a little bit. But they're eating already. And they're cute, right, Hunter?
Yeah, but we need to kind of move it so the ducks can kind of get over that side.
Well, that's okay. They'll eat all that food. We filled up their food tray a lot. This is the shipping container that they come in. We were able to pick them up at the post office. Hunter, just leave it, bud. I don't want you to crush them. Please leave it. That's good. So they called this at 5:45 in the morning saying our ducks are here, because they had the number on the box. And then we were able to pick them up at 8:30. So they ship out usually on Monday, and so they're here on Wednesday, so they've been in the mail for a day or two. So they look pretty good. And they're eating. They just look funny. Yeah.
We're always selling things. We want to That's why it was on the bowl.
Oh. Yeah. Let's see how warm it is under here. Ow!
You touched it?
Yeah.
Don't.
We'll just make sure that they're warm enough, and then we can check on them a little bit.
Ow.
Just be very gentle, okay?
You dropped on me.
I guess I didn't expect them to be this energetic, but they sound like chickens. And I'm sure they'll make a mess of that water.
Aw. Don't do that.
What? Hunter, leave it. Don't touch it.
There's a piece of sting in there.
That's okay. It's going to get really messy. Looks like they're fighting.
I think they're all fighting.
Huh.
That one, that one. It's the forward and that one. That one in the night, and all of these all the night. The flame, these all the bad guys. And stealing the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they look so cute. It's so cute.
Yeah. I'm just trying to show them how the, there they go. Now they're getting the water.
You want to pet one?
No, just leave them alone for now, bud. They gotta eat and everything.
Well, do I take a picture and send them to the beer?
Okay, so that's it for day 1. Okay, here's day 2 on the ducks. That mason jar, they drink up like crazy, and I just got home from work and they were completely out of water. So it seems like in a day they'll go through about 2 of those, 2 to 3. So looks like they are quite thirsty right now. You can't really see, but in the bottom of that styrofoam and wire box thing, there's a lot of water in there, so I'm thinking maybe they kind of dumped some out or whatnot. But everyone seems to be doing pretty good. I'll try and put pine shavings over all the wet or the all their droppings. The heat's doing good. They slept pretty good last night. So basically every day I guess I'll just top up their food and their water a few times. And I'll probably have to take that styrofoam box out each day and empty it and probably spray it off with a hose or something, because it seems that's where all the mess is right now. But yeah, they're doing pretty good. It's pretty funny when they drink water, they kind of go. You can see that guy right there. You can hear it too. Yeah, just look right now. That water's dropped down almost a third in just a minute from them drinking it all. So maybe I'll have to get a bigger mason jar when they get a little bigger. So that's it for day 2. Nothing too exciting. If you have comments or questions on these guys, you can go on Facebook, Seattle Fruit Trees, YouTube, you can comment. Or you can email seattlefruittrees@gmail.com, and I'll put that on the next videos. Okay, we're going to give the duckies some water, and we'll show you how crazy they go for water. They've probably been out for, I don't know, an hour or 2, huh, Hunter?
And guess what? They were pecking my hand. They're biting it, but they didn't hold me.
Yeah, they kind of like it.
Yeah.
So they'll probably, I think this is the 3rd time we filled up the water jar today.
And the ducks maybe try to kiss me.
Oh, yeah.
The ducks usually kiss people when they're brand new because they like
and they seem to be making a mess of all the water. I think they just knock all the water out into that container below.
Picking up dirty poop.
Yeah, so I'll have to clean out that tub every day because there's a lot of water in the bottom of it. I think they just knock all of it aside. Looks like their food needs maybe a little bit more, not too much more. But they definitely love the water. I'd love to get them outside this weekend. Hunter, no, don't make a mess, please.
I'm trying to feed
Okay, that's fine, that's good. But they're definitely getting bigger. Okay, Hunter, that's enough. That's enough. You're gonna make a mess. Stop. Look at me. Look at me. Trying to eat my fingers. Okay, no more. No more. See if he'll eat my finger. There you go.
Eat my finger.
And it doesn't hurt like a chicken. Ow! He likes it. Or she likes it, I guess. Okay. Well, that's the end of the third day. They already look bigger, don't they, Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Until tomorrow. Okay, so I know why they make their water all dirty. If you notice, they'll go to their food and then they'll take that over to the water. And I think they use that to kind of mush it up. I'll see a lot of particles in the water. So that's kind of funny. I did put some grit in there, just to see if they wanted that. Maybe that'll help them a little bit. That's kind of funny that they'll go back and forth and put that food in the water. But everyone looks like they're doing good. I did catch them sleeping about right there. So I raised the heat lamp up maybe another 6 inches or so. It's pretty warm in Seattle. It's humid. I think it's like 75 inside, and it's pretty humid, so not worried about them being cold or anything. But it looks like a rally when they're feeding and going to the water, and that's probably why there's no water left. So they were out of water, and I put it in there, and probably 5 minutes, it's already halfway down. So I'm thinking about new ways to, give them water. I've seen more people use a big PVC pipe, and they'll cut out holes in it so that just the ducks can fit their heads in. So it'd kind of look like that purple tray. And then they're not able to walk in there or anything like that. Might make it a little cleaner. That's what I'm planning on doing with their house. But nothing yet. They're getting big. Everyone looks fine. There's not really any runts or anything. Oh, maybe that one. And their feathers are getting a little darker and everything, so everything's going good. I'm just giving them plenty of water. Raising their heat lamp if they're not under it and they're not sleeping under it. And I'll clean out this styrofoam tray every day and spray it off really good. I'll try to take out as much wet pine shavings as I can. And I guess that's why all these pine shavings get wet, just because they go back and forth. Yeah, so that's Saturday for us. Okay, go get a handful of food. Okay, so we upgraded their pool party, And we put some food in there. Go ahead, Hunter. Okay, watch out. We put some food in the water, and they're swimming, and they have steps up to the pool. And this container is not cardboard, so they can splash around. And then we'll move them out of this one after a while. After, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and let them dry off.
Daddy.
Oh, yes, Hunter? So this is all of them swimming up. We put some food in their water. And it seems like they are digging down there and trying to eat it all, which is nice. And this way they'll get all fresh and clean. And then I can dump out everything in this Tupperware outside. So this is a good pool party for them. And I picked them up from the other cardboard box, and they were just fine. They didn't really run away like chickens do. They just kind of accepted it, so that was nice. But they're definitely attracted to water. And I guess they have to be able to dunk their heads and clean off, because they can get some like eye, I don't know, disease or something like that, or bacteria or something, so they need to clean off their head and their eye area. So this works out pretty well. And that's just like a shoebox size Tupperware in there. So I'll leave them here for another 20 minutes, and then just make sure that they can climb in and out, and I'll go from there. Okay, this is Sunday morning, and the ducks went all night with the food right next to the water. So instead of them, going back and forth to that purple thing and tracking all the water over there, they just stayed in one spot, and it kept everything much drier, and everything looked great. So that's definitely a good thing, is to keep the water and the food on that tray, and then they don't make as much of a mess. But they were definitely thirsty for water this morning. We'll probably do another bath time today, just because that's fun. But everything seems like it doesn't smell as much this morning, because all the pine shavings aren't wet, So yeah, once again, if you have any questions or any comments or anything, let me know. Seattle Fruit Trees, you can comment on here. If you'd like to see something, or show us how anything's, or I can show you how anything's done, let me know. I'll make a video soon about building their duck house. I did get the 4-foot hardware cloth, so I'll be using that to make their duck house, because I guess ducks don't really go to sleep and they don't perch anywhere, so you gotta make sure they, a raccoon or something can't stick their hand through the fence and grab them. But yeah, just building the duck house. Should be soon. I was hoping it'd be sunny this weekend so I could send these guys outside, but it's not. It's pouring down rain. Yeah, so this is the ducks on Sunday morning. I'll probably do a few videos later on about more of them in the pool party. Till then. Okay, so this is Monday night, and I figured to do another video. I got a larger water from the neighbor. So instead of this little mason jar, which needed to be filled up like 3 or 4 times a day, now they have this gallon one. So hopefully maybe twice a day, depending on how messy they make all this stuff. But all the ducks are definitely looking a bit bigger. I'm trying to get them to clear out this food, because this food's probably been in there since they, first started. So I'm opening it up. Hopefully they can clear it out, and then I can put some fresh food in there. But everyone's doing good. I'll probably put in a water dish every day so that they can dunk their heads, because apparently they need to like flush out their noses or nostrils every once in a while, so they probably need something to do that. But yeah, I mean, it looks like they've doubled in size in like a week, and I guess apparently they can grow 20% a day or so for the first month or so. But yeah, they're still getting food from the tray, and then she'll take it over to the water and kind of mush it up like they're doing. So hopefully this will let them eat a lot more and they can grow even faster than what they've been doing. And it seems like they're not as afraid of me anymore. Like I can, hover over them and they don't really care. But yeah, so every day I'm just taking out that water right there, that styrofoam tray. I guess if you get ducks, the larger that tray underneath, the better, because that'll just help you, clear all that water instead of going in those pine shavings or whatnot. So that's my only advice, and then a big water because they need it. But hopefully on the weekend I'll be able to get them outside and they can make a mess outside for a while. So that's it for today. I'll do a few more this week. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Okay, had to update their house because they were just stinking up the place. So what I did was I had a kiddie pool from McClendon's. It was like, I don't know, $14. And then I have the half-inch hardware cloth. So I just circled it around there. This way, the cardboard's not sucking up all the smell and everything. So hopefully it can keep them a little less stinky. Everyone's doing good. They're just as big as they always are. I did put a paint tray in there at the bottom so that all the water that did come out, it's still kind of in the bottom of that. I'll clean that out and bring back the container with the cloth on top. But they seem to be doing pretty good. They're eating a bunch and just growing really fast. They weren't too freaked out by me grabbing them. But they definitely go through water a lot. I would recommend, if you could, get a Tupperware or tote that's maybe, 4 inches high. That's super big, like 2 feet wide maybe. The bigger the better, obviously. And yeah, so I'll make sure that they can't jump out. Do some more videos later. Okay, today was the first day that they stayed in the pool. They did a pretty good job. Still got a little bit messy, and I don't know why they're going crazy. I put a little bit of water in a yogurt container, just so that they can maybe dunk their head or get their beak wet, just for right now. But they got plenty of water, and they're definitely spilling it all over the place. I did give them some greens today. They seem to like it pretty good. Some grass, some clover, some dandelion leaves, and they ate it over there in the corner. But everyone's doing pretty good. Just messy and in the process of building their coop right now. This is probably a little better, their pool situation, just so that it doesn't let all the water soak through, because I'm sure they're just gonna knock all that over. I don't know why they're going so crazy. Maybe I'll get down a little bit. Or maybe they're just so excited to have some fresh water. But they definitely look bigger. Don't jump down there. They're huge. I can't believe how fast they grow. Man, they're so big. Seems to kind of calm them down a little bit. Maybe I can go through the fence. But as you see, they go absolutely insane for water. And they stink. Yeah, I would say the sooner you can get ducks outside, the better. The difference from chickens to ducks, the chickens scratch, and that'll send pine shaving dust everywhere. Last time I had some chickens, you know, put them inside and there's just a film of dust everywhere. So that's the bad thing with chickens, but ducks, I would say, are probably stinkier just because they spread water everywhere and you probably wouldn't need a little bit more pine shavings and everything. I did get a shipment of wood chips, so I'll probably, I don't know, maybe do 50-50 wood chips and pine shavings for right now. Gosh, they're crazy. Just so maybe it'll help with the smell, and I'm also running kind of low on the big bag of wood chip shavings. So I'll do that, and keep feeding them plenty of water and food so they grow faster and faster. And then I can ship these guys outside. I was thinking maybe around 2 weeks, when they're 2 weeks old or so, putting them outside, you know, in a pretty well protected pen, with the heat lamp still out there. So yeah, in the process of building their coop, just using this hardware cloth, 2x4s, and some black locust logs that I got from someone. So that'll be in later videos, but this is the update for today. Changing out pine shavings and bedding a lot, and dumping that water container, which is disgusting. When that fills up, it stinks. So that's the only problem with ducks right now, but I'm really glad that they're growing super fast. I'll do another video maybe tomorrow or the next day. Once again, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Comments. You can comment on the blog, on Facebook, or to this video. Okay, so I got the ducks an early dinner tonight. We dumped a whole bunch of food in there, and they just love to go in there and mash around, and it seemed like a few of them were kind of sniffly, so I wanted to get them some water where they can dunk their heads and whatnot. And these guys trying to eat the cardboard. Hey, don't eat that. Stop. But they are just huge. Hopefully this weekend I can get them outside and in a nice environment. It's fresh, it'll be clean, and they'll be safe from rats and raccoons and coyotes and everything. Because they definitely muck this thing up every day. So, okay. Maybe they just really like cardboard? Hey. But I don't know how much they weigh. And hopefully we don't have any male ducks. Hopefully they're all female. But they're all doing pretty good. We got a bunch of wood chips yesterday delivered, so I'll have plenty of bedding for them when they're in their pen. And my plan is to let them out, during the day so that they can run around in the back. because they have a fenced in yard. So we'll do that. And they'll eat all the slugs and make a mess of everything. So that's it for today. I'll probably do a video on their pen coming up. Okay, good morning. It's Saturday. I decided to take these guys outside. It's supposed to be about 72 for the high. And right now it's probably 50 or 60 maybe. But these guys are definitely big enough. I have the heat lamp out here just in case. And I put everything out here. Got their food and their water, and hopefully they eat a lot of grass and muck up the place outside. I'll bring them in at night. But yeah, they should stink up outside for 10 hours or so before that. And then hopefully the end of this weekend we'll just have them stay overnight. And they're having a good time. And my son is locking me outside. But as soon as it warms up a little bit, we'll put some water out here. It looks like a couple of them are getting kind of bald spots almost. So maybe they're getting their other feathers in. If you can see that, I don't know. Like around their wings where they're attached. They just look kind of funny. So I'm sure they're gonna do good today. I'll just keep an eye on them. This is right by the house, so I might throw a net over the top of this just in case, you know, a hawk or something like that comes around. It's a pretty small enclosure, so I don't know if they'll do that. And then it's fenced in with the entire backyard is chain link fence, so no dogs or anything can get in here. But yeah, I'm sure they'll eat a lot of grass and clover and dandelions. And if you look in the backyard, that's all of the... I've pretty much used the entire bag of pine chips in a week and a half. Just from them getting everything wet and muddy and, or I guess poopy. So it's probably a good mulch for all the strawberry plants back here. And this is where their pen's gonna be. The base is just 2x4s, interior stud lumber, and then I have poles on the corners, black locust pole logs, and I just have to make a door frame or a door, get some hinges. I'll run the netting around it and build a roof out of tarp, kind of like that, except it's not going to be curved. It's just going to be a flat top. And then I'll have to dig around the sides about a foot or two and run wire underneath so rats can't get under there, or raccoons or something. And then they'll be good. So that's the project this weekend, hopefully. But they seem to be warm enough. They're not underneath the heater lamp freezing. They do not like me picking them up in the morning. But we'll do some more videos this weekend. Okay, good morning. Thought I'd do a video of constructing the duck house. So what I have here is 1/2-inch hardware cloth. On the bottom base, I just have 4 8-foot 2x4s in a square. I braced each corner with a board, so it's running diagonal from corner to corner. And then at the top, I think these are 2x2s or something close to that. They're like $2 a piece. So that's bracing the top, and then I have one beam down the middle. And then I'll have, so all the 1/2-inch hardware cloth is around. I'll have to dig up the bottom dig a trench and put things that rats can't get through, or raccoons. And then I have this wire welded fence that I rung along the top, and then I'll have a tarp going over the whole thing. For the door, I think it's like a 3-foot door. I'll have probably some 2x4 and also some 2x2s that I'll just make a door. Basically just make a box within there. Maybe like a 1/4 inch clearance on each end. And then some hinges and a gate latch on the other end. And then they should be good. This is their house. It's kind of sheltered by a lot of the trees up top. And I have a bunch of wood chips that I can put in. It's kind of a glorified version of the chicken coop. The rats go in and out of this wire welded fence all the time, but it's the same concept. You could probably put it together in, a few hours, definitely in a day, if you have all the materials. I'll probably use some heavy gauge staples around this. I just have some zip ties holding it up right now. But yeah, so we'll do that. That'll be the duck house. I'm planning on letting them out during the day when when my wife's here or something like that, so that they don't muck this up too much. But 64 square feet for 10 ducks, during the night, a couple hours during the day, should stay fairly clean and everything. It's also close to the walkway, so you come out the back, come down here, and the first thing you see is the duck coop, so it'll be easy to open and close during the day. And once again, everything is fenced in so no dogs can get in. So there's plenty of room back here. Everything's been wood chipped, and maybe I'll make a small pond or something in the back eventually. But yeah, so that's the duck house. Here's the chickens. They've been in this spot for 3 weeks now, but it's pretty heavily mulched with wood chips. I've had to dig down underneath and put logs underneath the walls, so that the chickens can't dig out, because they will. In this corner is a rat hole, because the rats will dig underneath and probably come out at night and eat all the food. So that's always fun. And this is just a A-frame. The top doesn't have any fencing on it, so technically a raccoon or something could get through there. But it's been 2 years and no problems whatsoever. So it's worked out pretty well. Well, yeah, so that's a video for this weekend. I'll probably do a couple others when it's all done and finished, and I can show you what it looks like. Okay, good morning. It's Monday morning. The ducks are outside in their new pen. I did get the tarp on, so just in case there's any unexpected rain today, it'll be covered. But found out that the 8 by 10 foot tarp is about 7 foot 8 or so. So I'm gonna have to either get a new tarp or just live with the fact that 2 inches of one side are not covered, which is whatever. But the ducks are doing pretty good. They're very hesitant around new ground or new noises or something. And it's supposed to be 70 degrees today, so they should be fine. I put their heat lamp out here just in case. Yesterday when we had left, or I guess 2 days ago when we left them outside just on the grass, it's supposed to be sunny and nothing, but a big rainstorm came around 5 o'clock, and we were at Home Depot, so we rushed home, and they were wet, but they were fine, and that bulb thing didn't burn out, so that was good. So today, I'll try and finish up much as the coop as I can. My plan is to leave them in here during the day and just bring them in at night, just until they're super big. I'll clean out their pool, put in fresh new bedding so they don't stink that as much. Just kind of keep an eye on them, make sure they don't get too cold or get stuck in the water or anything. They shouldn't. Yeah. Duck, 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 duck. I'm trying to say like duck, 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 duck whenever I give them food or water so that they kind of associate that with good things and not being so scary. I have been bringing in grass and clover, and they like to eat that stuff. I did have 3 of them get out this morning of their pen. They must have pushed really hard on the hardware cloth and like kind of got between that and the pool. So they're a little wigged out, but I heard them as soon as that happened. So I got them. Duck, 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 duck. Yeah, still not too comfortable, but I guess if I sit in here for a few minutes each day, maybe they'll be calmer. And then eventually, when they have all their feathers and everything, they'll be in here all night. I need to dig the trench around here and fill it with something. If you have any rat-proof or raccoon-proof coops, let me know what you fill the trench with. I was thinking of putting logs, or I probably have a little bit of hardware cloth that I can put a foot down and maybe do logs to 2 feet down. Because we do have rats around here. I try to trap them and everything, but at this point these guys are too small, and a rat would probably kill them. Duck, 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 duck. Looks like I should bring some more clover and grass into them. I think they'll be much more enjoyable when they're outside all day. And they kind of have little, like, when I pick them up, they kind of flap around with their feet, but they kind of have little sharp claws on the on each tip of their foot. I don't know if we'll see anything. Oh. So they might scratch you. I guess I didn't get scratched at all. Yeah. And it's not windy right now, so that's good. I guess I'd be worried if it was windy and they're all soaked and maybe couldn't figure it out. But just look at the size of them, they're huge. So I poured a whole quart can of food in their water. It seems like their growth and their eating is like just enormous. So they'll probably go through like 1 or 2 of those, where when I first got them, they maybe used a quarter of the can. Duck, 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 duck. So I'll just make sure they have plenty of food and water today, and we'll go from there. As always, if you have questions or comments, Facebook, YouTube, comment, Seattle Fruit Trees. Until next time, we'll see you later. Okay, good morning. The ducks had their first night out last night. It was still really warm outside. The coop was pretty secure. I had nailed in the top fencing so that no raccoons or anything could come in. Thought there was a raccoon. So these guys stayed out all night. When I came out here in the morning at 5:30, they were just huddled up under right here. They have a heat lamp in there, but they weren't even under it, so they weren't cold. They all seemed fine. I looked for like rat holes or rats trying to dig or anything, but didn't see anything. So all in all, a pretty good night. And then I don't have to keep them in our house at all, so they can sneak up outside for a while. Duck, 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 duck. And it's also nice that I don't have to transfer them in and out, because that just puts stress on the birds, and they, freak out a little bit every time someone grabs them. And eventually, I'll just be sitting out with them so that they get used to me, bring food, call duck, duck, duck every time I bring food, so that they just kind of associate that with, good things. So they're having their morning bath and put plenty of food and water in there. Today's supposed to be 80 or so, so it should be good. And the chickens are fine too. But here's the coop. I just put some 2x4s on it at night to keep the tarp down. I'll need to secure that, and then I nailed in the top with just these heavy duty heavy duty staples. Just nail them in. So up top on the corners it has this thin mesh, and rats and raccoons and everything won't be able to get through. And so yeah, good night. So I'll do some more videos later. If you have any questions or how to build the coop or anything, let me know, and put out some more things. Okay, good morning. It's Sunday morning. The ducks have been outside for 3 or 4 nights, and they're doing totally good. I came out this morning. They weren't under the heat lamp. They were just in this corner over here. So just a few updates on them. I have two things of water that they empty out probably twice a day. Those 2 tubs. And in addition, they have that water right there, which they probably clear out in a day. The food they are using, they'll eat 2 quarts a day now. So definitely a lot. And they're just huge. So it's, at 7 o'clock in the morning. They're probably waiting for me to fill up their water and give them more food. I gave them some grass today, and looks like they like it. Just need to finish up their coop. I did build the door frame. Let me take a step back. So it's just framed out of lumber, out of 2x4s. You have these 2 hinges that are like $2.50 a piece on top and bottom, and then 1 gate latch. I'll put 1 down below, because apparently raccoons are smart enough to open a gate latch. And so I'll put the wire fencing on it, but that's that. There's just 2 screws on each end, and then for additional bracing, just a corner piece that's on there on opposite corners. And that should work for fence. That's probably one of the more challenging things to do. When you frame it, you want about a 1/4 inch shorter than everything, and these will probably expand when it gets wet, so you want a good bit of clearance on it. And then when you nail it all together and you're putting these hinges on, put like a 1/4 inch spacer on the bottom of this, between the floor and this piece, and that'll give you the clearance you need to screw it in. But it does take a little getting used to. But that's a good way to make a door for, $8 plus the hardware. Another thing I noticed is there was a bunch of little gnats or something, and I'm assuming they go in the water or the food maybe, but they're all over the place. I don't see them right now. So what I'm doing every day is I'll just grab a handful of mulch, and if you see by the water, like this ground is kind of just mash with, you know, poopy stuff. And over there, you know, that's all dry. So I'll just put a layer of, you know, fresh wood chips over this, so kind of suppress any bugs or anything that are trying to get in there. Duck, 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 duck. But they all look pretty good. Hopefully soon they'll have their feathers. It looks like that little guy, you see, right? Move your head. The tail of that guy has like little fuzzes on it. I'm assuming those are his little baby feathers that are falling off right there. So hopefully they get their real feathers, because I think next week's supposed to get a little cooler. But these guys should definitely be fine. I wonder how much they weigh. Duck, duck, duck. And I'll try to get them out on grass today, or running around, under supervision, of course, because there's hawks and owls and whatnot. So that should be fun. So that's it for them. I will do some more videos later. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Okay, good morning. It's Wednesday morning. I thought I'd do a video on what I do in the morning to get the ducks ready to go. I'll fill up a bucket full of water. Because they need a lot of water each day. They'll probably fill it up. I don't know. I'm guessing they probably go through 7 gallons a day, but I mean, a lot of it's splashed out and whatnot. So I'll fill up a bucket. I'll bring them food. And then I've also noticed that there's a lot of kind of little gnats or whatever that are flying around. And I'm assuming it's, you know, something over the wood chips or the mulch that they're eating. Okay. But the chicken coops or duck coops done. Let's see if we can get all the lights on. So the door is actually functional. And they're usually pretty excited to see me. I just need to put on one more latch, but as you see, the door and everything is stapled in, so that's good. Duck, duck, duck. And that's what their water looks like after nothing, or after a night. It's kind of gross, because they'll put a lot of their food in there. You won't see anything. Nope. Here's the food one. See how it's all mucky and stuff. So, clean those out. Hey. Guess I'll clean their food out. Duck, duck, duck. But they're doing good. Got more food for them. And the water. So, basically I'll just fill up their waters to the best of my ability. I'll give them some new food. probably flush this one out a little bit. Hey, don't come out yet. I'll give him new food. The ground looks pretty good because if you notice right here, I kind of mulched it around or kind of dug it around. So let me get the food and I'll show you the feeding frenzy. When they don't have any food for a couple hours, they freak out. I've been using this container and they need new food, so I have to go to the store and buy just regular organic layer feed, and we'll see later how they do with that. Okay, I should probably put this inside coop. And I'm using a headlamp, which is awesome, especially in the wintertime, because I'll be out here when it's dark all the time. And it runs forever, it's just an Energizer one. Okay. So, I guess the smell hasn't been too bad out here. When it does, I'll just give them a little or stir up the mulch. But they get so hungry when they haven't had any food for just a couple hours. So this feeder is definitely too small. I need to build something, whether a pipe or whatnot. But that is the update for today. And these girls will have a good day. Until next time. Okay, well that was fun. I come out here at 5:30 and there's a big old raccoon circling around the duck's cage and they're all freaked out. I didn't find any damage with the cage. I don't know how long he's out here or anything like that. So he got a few shots with the pellet gun. I don't know if I hit him because he was freaking out, but whatever. So I'm glad the house worked for them, because that would have been crappy. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still have 10. Alright, good. Duck, duck, duck. So, always be on the lookout for raccoons because they're huge and they're jerks. Alright, come on. So this weekend I'll have to dig down and make sure that there's nothing that the raccoon can do underneath. Alright, there you guys go. Come on. And I guess be prepared to, defend your animals if you're anywhere, really. Yeah. So we still have 10 ducks, still have 10 chickens. Or 3 chickens. I don't know if he tried to get into this at all. He could easily grab through the fence and get a chicken, so I'm glad that didn't happen. So yeah, that was my 5:30 morning wake up call. I'll talk to you guys later.